Opportunities don't happen, you create them. Hi, I'm Don Purdom, owner of UnveilTheWeb.com. So today I'm sitting here thinking about what makes a successful website. How do you take something that we just don't really fully understand as business owners and entrepreneurs, this whole idea of taking a website that actually drives traffic that comes from people who are able, willing, and ready to buy from me? What does this actually look like? See, you have to create the opportunity. And the opportunities come and they're created when you go trying to make the opportunity, right? They just don't happen by accident. Nothing happens by accident or osmosis. So right now you're probably sitting here going, I've got a great idea for a business, or I've got a great business, but it's not as good as it could be. And maybe that one thing that you need to pull it over to the top is that dynamic website where people are finding it, they're resonating with it, they're connecting with it, and they're open to actually contacting you, filling out a form, emailing you, if you're an e-commerce site, buying from you, right? Those are the things that we ultimately want as business owners and entrepreneurs. But how do you do that? How do you build a kind of website where that happens? Well, that's a great question, because I'm actually presenting a webinar titled Blueprints of Highly Successful Websites over the next couple of months. I'll be presenting it several different times in several different places, and you're going to want to be on my website to find out where they're at UnveilTheWeb.com. But here's the key about building successful websites. You, number one, have to have a very clear message. Number two, in addition to having a very clear message, you have to know the purpose of the website. This is something that most web designers, in my experience, don't even think through. What is the purpose of the website? Is it education, information? Is it e-commerce? Is it a combination of different things, right? Because its purpose declares its message, and the message is laid out properly in its format and structure. So that's a whole different story. You're going to get that in the webinar, right? Once you know the purpose, though, then you have to hire the right web designer. Who is that web designer? What do they look like? What's the criteria that you're going to hire them against? It can't just be a feeling. I know a lot of people that have hired web designers just based on a good feeling and got screwed. Not because the web designer was a bad web designer or because they were unethical or immoral, they just weren't a good fit. So what questions do you ask a web designer? What is a process that you take a web designer through in interviewing them to make sure that you get the right one? And then the fourth thing is, once you know those three other things, how do you now build a website around the message and purpose, working hand in hand with your web designer to help give your website visitors the best experience possible? So this is the blueprint of a highly successful website. Again, go to UnveilTheWeb.com, go to the webinars at the top of the page, learn how this webinar can make a difference for your business. It's free, doesn't cost you a penny, and you're going to want to be able to use this webinar to begin to position yourself in the best possible light so that you can earn business from those who are able, willing, and ready to buy from you.